Hi there, my name is Christian Eschbach, and welcome to another one of my album reviews. Today I am going to be taking a look at a Kiss album, but it's not a Kiss album, but it is a Kiss album. Ace Frehley, the Kiss album. Alright, or the Kiss presents Ace Frehley, or however you want to say it. It's one of the four Kiss solo albums that they did in like 77 or 78. What was it? 78. Um, I briefly mentioned this before when I did the Ace Frehley Origins album. That's kind of why I'm doing this one right now. This album is fantastic from one end to the other. I don't. There's very little on here that I don't like or that I deem as filler. It's a very solid album. It's a rock album. It's got so much different rock and so many different vibes to it that it keeps you interested the whole way through. So I'm just gonna really get into it here. The album opens up with "Rip It Out." Really kind of basic sort of rock and roll kind of song, rip it out from the start. I wanted it, it just is really good, high paced, high energy way to kick off the album, and it does it right, and it gets you into the album, gets you going, and you're hooked. And from there, it takes you right into Speeding Back to My Baby. Speeding Back to My Baby, obviously, the song title says it all, right, and what the content's all about. There's no mysteries in here, okay? But Speeding Back to My Baby, well, it's still fast paced, isn't hard and aggressive. It's more laid back, fun loving kind of, Speeding Back to My Baby. Oh, and it don't mean it's just a lot of fun, right? It gets you going, it keeps you going. This is a great summer album, I will say that, man. Every summer this goes into the CD player for me for at least 2 or 3 weeks. Spring goes in for a week or two, summer comes around, it goes in for a week or two. It's just a good, fun summer album because of how positive the energy is in this album. After Speeding Back to My Baby, we get to Snowblind. Okay, so this one is a little more. It's a little more proggy. It's a little more jaggedy. It's got a little more time change in it. It's got a little more switch up in it. Not your typical kind of rock feel. I don't know if I want to say that it accurately represents the use of the narcotics that Snowblind is innuendo for, but maybe a little bit. um, Ozone. Ozone's really cool. I like the effects that are done on Ozone. The just the overall vibe of it, like the effects and the sounds that are used on the guitars and whatnot, and on the vocals and stuff, really does give it that spacey, out in the ozone kind of feel. And I believe it's the second longest track on the album too, and at 4 minutes and 40 seconds, and it doesn't feel like it. Like most of the songs on this album run between 3 and 4 ish. Like I'd say the average song is probably around 3:45, without there being a single song except for "Rip It Out" that gets around the actual legitimate 3:45 marker. Um, but Ozone, like I said, it goes by really quick. You don't even notice it. After that, we get to "What's on Your Mind." All right, so "What's on Your Mind." Great track. Really love this track. I really like what it's saying. It's that whole just kind of tell me what's on your mind. I need to know. Basic, simple. But it works, and it delivers it in a way that's very baby, I'm pleading with you. Tell me what's on your mind. At least the way I see it. After that, we get into my favorite song on here, and it's not even an Ace Frehley song. It's a cover. I don't remember who did the original. Sorry, and I didn't look it up. It's been a while. But New York Groove. I love this song. First off, the drums on it are great. Everything on this song is just laid back, kick back, and it's just, the timing and the pacing the whole way around on it, I just absolutely adore. It's got such a great strut to it too, man. Like This song comes on while you're walking down the street. It don't matter what city you're in, man. You just strutting like you own that city. You know what I'm saying? From there, we get to I'm in Need of Love. I'm in Need of Love, cliche, kind of typical misogynistic, what people nowadays would call misogynistic. Um, dude wants, dude needs some, dude wants some, dude trying to get some, I'm in need of love. The one thing I do like about this though is it's not like Gene Simmons, where Gene Simmons is just like, yeah, I'm a guy, I'm the guy, I'm the man guy, come and sit on my lap and provide me pleasure because I'm Gene Simmons and I say you must treat me like I'm some type of god. It's not like that because, like, the key line is I'm in need of love and I'm hoping you're in need of me. Clearly stating that, he wants the chick to want him because he wants the chick. It's not quite the same as, Plaster Caster or Christine 16, you know what I'm saying? After that, we get into Wiped Out. Wiped Out, another one that's kind of a little proggy, has some nice little time changes in it, kicks around a little. I do like it. I really get into it. Out of all the songs on the album, it might be the one track I might skip every now and then. Well, it's really cool and kind of experimentally and whatnot compared to everything else on this album. It's probably one of the weaker numbers, maybe the weakest, arguably. I'm not sure. What's on Your Mind might be a little bit weaker. And then the album finishes off with what is considered to be basically Ace Frehley's masterpiece. And if you are going to have one song that is considered your masterpiece, Fractured Mirror is by far that song that, you should be proud of beyond belief. Fractured Mirror is an instrumental piece, just guitar work basically. Ace multi-tracking various guitar parts down and whatnot, and basically creating this beautiful symphonic piece of guitar work. It closes out this album in the most beautiful, perfect way you could close out this album. There is no better song on here to put on the end of this album. And Ace's masterpiece is just that. Like, I mean, I've got a copy of John 5 doing a cover of it, because that's how major of a song this is, like John 5's like, yeah, I want to record a version for myself. And he pays true homage to it. And, there's Aces played off this as well, he's done later on after this was released on his solo stuff he did, Fractured Quantum, I believe was the name of it, or Fractured Continuum, I can't remember, I'd have to double check. But it's great tune, and the whole way around, it's just kind of, it's one of those moments where he hit that pivotal masterpiece moment in 78 and never, unfortunately, was able to duplicate it without actually duplicating it or surpass it. And that's cool too. Sometimes you just get that one masterpiece out early on in your career, and then the rest of your career is going, what do I do now? Well, let's do this. Ace Frehley solo, you gotta get this one, okay? If you are a true Kiss fan, you have to have this, okay? The other solo albums I've mentioned before, I've no real opinion on them, as I've never really listened to them in their full entirety or whatnot. This album was fantastic, though. I bought this. Shit. I probably bought this when I was like 17 or 18 at the oldest. And, it's, like I said, it's been a regular part of my repertoire since then. I could not recommend a better album to get into Ace Frehley with. And if you want to pick up Kiss, but you don't want Kiss, Ace Frehley. Anyways, that's all I got to say on this one. Great album. Totally worth picking up. leave me comments. Let me know what you think. I do need to start picking up the other solo albums to listen to, if for no other reason, to review, or to listen to just to say I listened to, or to own to say I own. Let me know what you think the next solo album I should look at is. And that'll be the one. Whoever gets the most votes is the one I'll pick up when it comes time to pick it up. Until next time, everybody, leave me a comment. Hit subscribe to get notifications when videos come out. Otherwise, peace, love, take care.